Year A, Lesson 16, Learning and Unlearning. Tuesday's lesson is entitled Son of the Princess. Memory verse. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. When Jochebed's son was 12 years old, he was taken to the palace to be with the princess, Pharaoh's daughter, who had adopted him. She named him Moses. Would he remember what his mother had taught him? She had warned him of the temptations he would meet. She had taught him to never worship idols, but to worship only the true God. His whole family must have prayed for him every day. What a change from the simple cabin home in which Moses had lived. Now he was in a grand palace, surrounded by so much beauty and elegance. Servants waited on him. Every meal was probably like a banquet, and he was treated like a prince. To the princess, he was her son. To Pharaoh, he was his bright and handsome grandson. The princess made sure that he had the best teachers in Egypt. His military training was the best too. He learned to be an excellent soldier, and he even became the commander of the Egyptian armies. Whenever there was a war, he led his Egyptian troops against the enemy, and they always won. He was a good leader. The Egyptian people loved him, and Pharaoh had planned for him to be the next king. But Moses knew that would never happen. Why not? Because the Egyptian laws required that a pharaoh must both know and practice what the idol worshipping priest had taught him. Moses knew about those laws. The priests had taught him about their worship, but he refused to do what they said. Nothing, neither threats nor promises, could persuade him to change his choice to believe in and worship the only true God. Moses knew that the things God has waiting for those who are loyal to him are far more wonderful than being the son of a princess or being a pharaoh. He looked beyond the present and chose the eternal reward. Read what is written about him in Hebrews 11:24 to 26. Hebrews chapter 11 verses 24 to 26. By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. Let's apply it. Which do you value most, the passing pleasures of sin or the eternal heavenly reward? What do your actions show about what is important to you?